The Grand Challenges program is a UNSW program that is about focusing on how we can bring our amazing research to a really social impact oriented conversation.
The work that I'm doing here in Sydney is really relationship building across borders to meet other folks that are working in not only the areas that the Plus Alliance is bringing together scholars on, but other Indigenous scholars, other Indigenous peoples. Right now it's a digital divide, but it's multiple digital divides. It's not only divide of access, it's divide of inclusion. So that the kinds of collaborative courses that we're developing across universities here with Plus Alliance would be accessible to not only tribal nations but Aboriginal folks and rural folks. Otherwise, if we don't have that connection, we can't take advantage of these classes.
I've been involved in the Plus Alliance since its inception, as I can see all of the benefits of working with three great universities. So we're working with our partners across the three universities to involve the galleries, libraries, archives and museum sector, also known as the GLAM sector. One of the things that we're hoping to do with our GLAM project is to have a focus on inequality by looking at the ways in which people and ideas move around the world and how inequalities pertain to those movements.
In joining the Plus Alliance as a Plus Alliance Fellow, I actually had relationships with both ASU and King's. Both of them are really good on law and technology, have specific centres that deal with the same issues that I deal with. So it was a great opportunity to, I suppose, reform connections that already existed, build some new ones with other researchers I didn't know, and work together with some great people.
Global Security Plus is an initiative that is trying to capitalise on the excellencies that are already present at the three universities. We have a lot of people working in security, in different flavors of security, ranging from conflict and terrorism and war, to cybersecurity, to biosecurity, to health security. And we thought that it would be a great idea to join forces and try to see if we can really produce something outstanding together.
One of the reasons that nations take up arms against each other is inequality. The nations themselves are not in equal relationships. We are working on moral injury in modern warfare. Moral injury is an important subject for the Plus Alliance to be working on because our three institutions are actually close partners when it comes to modern security and warfare problems. And so the United States, Great Britain and Australia all have people who are deployed to operational zones, and one of the consequences is they do suffer. One of the things that we've discovered is that in the same way that people suffer physical injuries in modern warfare, they also suffer moral injuries. And so we believe there's great merit in the three institutions working together in order that we can work out what the effect of host culture is on how people are affected by their deployed experiences. But we're also concerned with working out how together we might be able to mitigate the consequences of people being morally injured. And to have three universities working across three continents with different backgrounds and cultures, it really is just a perfect fit for the Plus Alliance.
One of the great challenges is being able to address the inequalities that people with disability experience. I look at disability from a human rights perspective, and I look at the implementation of the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, and that's about driving inclusive communities and innovative policy and design that ensures people with disability are included. Our new Disability Innovation Institute is an interdisciplinary research institute, and it recognises the need to have interdisciplinary responses to the very complex problems that our society faces.
Inequality is a major theme of our work. People who are seen as less worthy in society really struggle to gain the same kind of access to health and other social services. The Plus Alliance has really given us an opportunity to go global with some of the local ideas that we've been developing. So today we've had a wonderful discussion about taking an idea that we borrowed from King's College London actually, and providing a platform or a network for lots of people across the Plus Alliance to be able to grab onto this same methodology about what patients value in healthcare and take it to their own local context.
We've talked about how one could use technology, use people's expertise in education, as well as law and governance to address problems in hazardous waste management, the safety and public health effects of fracking. We've talked about how energy policy globally reflects back on security and governance in a geopolitical but also in a national sense, and we're still debating what the solutions to all of this should be.